Hello, I'm Isa Noise, and this is my final major project presentation for my project Nalu. I shall start with a brief overview of the project. So Nalu is a large outdoor public furniture installation that aims to educate the public about the world's ever-growing plastic pollution problem. The project was inspired by my research report, which focused on how interaction and inclusivity in public spaces can be improved by design. The report was inspired by my interest in public furniture, which ultimately started after visiting Pop-Up Park 2.0 in Budapest. From my findings, I concluded that the value of public spaces has increased as a result of COVID-19, and that people need to feel included in order to feel comfortable using these spaces again. I found that an interesting installation in a public space can make people feel safer and more included in society. Additionally, I noticed that with existing public furniture installations, there was a lack of focus on sustainability. Therefore, I decided that I wanted sustainability to be a key focus of my project. The aim of this project was to design a piece or a range of outdoor public furniture which includes people and actively promotes interaction within these spaces. I wanted the project to be exciting to look at and stand out with its bold aesthetics, and the outcome of this project needed to use durable materials and ones that were as sustainable as possible. The project is likely to be one-off or produced in a very small batch. The designing process for Nalu was certainly eventful, and it did take a lot of exploration to reach the final design. My initial ideas after finishing my research report was to design a funky Memphis-inspired collection of smaller seating, whilst thinking about different levels. In my research report, I researched into vandalism in public spaces and consequently thought that a purpose-built graffiti area would also be an interesting area to explore. Due to the shapes and forms that were being sketched and that the project was going to be based outdoors, concrete felt like the best material option at this stage. After realising that concrete alone would probably be too cold to use in the UK, other materials such as wood and recycled plastic panels were explored and combined with the concrete. This was the first breakthrough for the use of recycled plastics and also going forward with the wave forms. I decided that the project was to be wave and ocean themed with the form of the project and also by using recycled ocean plastic material panels as the primary material. Ocean plastic pollution is currently one of the Earth's greatest threats. Throwaway culture is very prominent in our society and is having horrendous effects on our ocean. Due to the significance of this issue, I wanted to incorporate educational elements about plastic pollution in my project. I then explored the waveforms further through sketching and mood boards. I developed these waveforms by adding extra areas to them for seating. However, there were major problems with the aesthetics of these designs and they looked rather clunky and ugly. The issue was that all of the designs were extruded shapes, and to be more wave-like, they definitely needed to be more fluid. I decided that layers of the plastic material be used to create fluid and organic forms for the bench. I found creating designs using this layered concept very difficult to grasp at first. However, this laser cut card model was a turning point in the design process. After this was made, the fluid designs began to flow, and 3 cylindrical pieces of card of the same thickness are in between each layer to make the gaps, and the gaps are essential to the design as they allow rainwater to drain. After creating the card model, the SolidWorks models of the fluid designs became much easier to make, and to inspire the form even more, several other models were laser cut after this out of MDF. Model making was invaluable for creating the final form. Additionally, it was very useful for identifying any ergonomic issues. The forms of the previous models were definitely more sculptural than practical, and it was extremely difficult to create an attractive shape. However, this SolidWorks model was the beginning of the final design. The form very much still represents the ocean theme while also providing numerous comfortable places to sit. Different types of the plastic material were then chosen. The colour combinations were chosen to fit with the project's ocean theme. I chose to use material from Smile Plastics, who are a UK-based company who make recycled plastic sheets. I chose this company as they produce custom orders, meaning that ocean plastic can be used and that they are able to manufacture sheets that are big enough. The different layers will be CNC cut. The plastic sheets will all have 3 holes cut out. Then the pieces are threaded onto 3 steel poles and fixed with nuts to hold the structure in place. Several different methods of hiding the fixings were explored, but a moulded plastic cover fastened with vandal-proof screws was decided as the best option. At this point, the design looked incomplete due to the largest piece not being tapered. Additionally, the fixings covers looked quite messy. Therefore, ways of tapering the design were explored so that the fixing covers could be the same on each end. To transform the project from a bench into an educational installation, the ocean plastic facts were added to the design. Initially, the facts were going to be cut into the surface of the large flat back piece. However, after tapering the end piece, it was decided that the facts would be located around the design on the flat parts of the pieces. This means that the user must discover the facts and walk around the installation to find them, which I think is a successful interactive and educational feature. This is a breakdown of the components of my project. The pipe, nuts and screws are all pre-manufactured components, whereas the plastic is CNC cut after it is bought from the manufacturer. Wet pour rubber flooring is used for the base of the project. I chose this due to it being a specialist safety flooring, which is ideal as the project is very family friendly. The users are able to sit at the front and the back of the bench, with up to 7 people fitting comfortably on each side. Even if it is not to everyone's taste, Nalu would definitely intrigue most people due to its bold form and message. The size of Nalu can be altered to suit the needs of its location. The large Nalu is 4.5 metres long, but it could be made smaller or larger if required by adding more or taking away parts. With Nalu, a part is considered as one of the blocks of the same material colour. Thus the smaller version, which is 2.5 metres long, is 5 blocks, and the large Nalu is made from 8 blocks. When assembled, the parts need to be able to flow, so therefore there are restrictions as to which pieces can and cannot be used for each size. The sizes of Nalu can range from 4 to 10 parts. As Nalu is a public furniture installation, the branding and retail process is slightly different to regular product and furniture design. The logo is not displayed on the furniture itself, but is displayed on a steel plaque that is located on the taller side of the bench. It is located in a place that is not a trip or safety hazard. It is important that the user is able to find out about the context of the project, and the plaque is easy to understand and encourages the users to look at the facts if they haven't already. There is also a link and a QR code for the user to be able to access further information about the project and plastic pollution. The final logo is an outline drawing of a wave that resembles the form of Nalu. It is a simple and playful design, but I think it fits in with Nalu's aesthetic. These are the costings for the project. A large Nalu costs just over £14,000 to manufacture, and the smaller version costs just over £8,500. Due to the scale and nature of the project, Nalu will be produced on demand. This does mean that the manufacturing and material costs for the project are very high. Nalu has not been designed to make profit. It is investing in people's education, therefore has no retail price. Nalu would be displayed in a variety of public spaces, including parks, city centres and piers. Due to its educational qualities, it could also be displayed in museums and their outdoor areas, in places such as Think Tank or the Science Museum. Creating successful public spaces continues to be an important part of creating a successful society. Especially after COVID-19, interaction and inclusivity within public spaces has never been more imperative. The large number of places to sit on this piece of outdoor public furniture and its educational qualities mean that an inclusive, fun public space can be created with the addition of Nalu. The project aims for the users to process the information, provoke conversations about plastic pollution, and hopefully encourage the public to think twice about their plastic consumption. Thank you for listening.